Today at Revive, the team is giving this dining set a completely new look. Now, it's all about getting ready to stain and finish the piece in a way that will totally change how this set looks and feels. Let's get into it. What are we doing today, Brian?
Well, we're working on a dining room suite for a customer who would like this natural color changed to a charcoal color. We've stripped this down to the bare wood and we mixed up a charcoal color for the customer. That's going to be our project. We're going to take it to that color.
What color was the set before?
It was a natural color. You can still see some of the original color on the server here. So here's the original color, some of the original color. So it's just a nice thick lacquer finish over top of the raw wood. There are two benches at tabletop and the server. This is the seat to one of the benches. There are two of these. Go on either side. They have steel pedestals, and same with the table. The table has a black steel welded pedestal as well. We've removed the doors already in the drawers and we started stripping. So all the exposed areas that you see will be a charcoal color. The interior colors of the drawers and inside behind the cabinet doors will remain the original color.
So this is a 100% kind of change in finish. There's no repair going on here?
No, here what we're doing is we're stripping the finish right down to the bare wood and then sanding it, and then we'll start staining it with a charcoal color.
Are there any interesting challenges that present themselves in this project?
With the multiple surfaces, yes, it's a little bit more challenging to strip a vertical surface as opposed to a horizontal surface where your stripper sits there longer for you. On a vertical surface, of course, it's running down the side, so you have to keep brushing it into place to keep it working. That's about as far as you have to take it apart. You take the doors off, all the hardware, the three drawers, you pull them out, you mask off the areas you don't want stained black or charcoal, and then we strip all the remaining areas.
And for a set of this size, approximately how long do you think it'll take you to complete?
This will be in shop for 1 week.
Does this have a veneer or is this solid wood?
It's all solid wood as well.
This is all solid wood?
Yeah, that's all cut and laminated solid panels of wood.
And how can you tell?
Just years of experience working with woods and just the way that it's built. And you can see in the pieces, do I have another piece here? Yeah, this is the shelf here. And you can see how the wood grain on the top travels through identical to the bottom.
Okay, so point me at the bottom. I see it. It's going side to side, up and down.
Yeah, and then you take it like this and you see that the lines perfectly line up with the grain that's on top. So that's how you can tell it's a solid piece of wood.
Well, who's to say they didn't have some really good veneer layer that day who just laid them in the same direction?
You could, but it would be hard to imitate the end grain.
Oh, because it goes through the end too.
Yeah,
so that'd be like a really good, okay, I got you.
I mean, you could do full wood finishing and maybe it was all painted on. I've refinished pieces of furniture where I stripped it and all the wood grain disappeared, and then there was just some solid, tight grain wood underneath. The nice thing about furniture, the furniture industry itself, is it's always been a sort of a canvas for artists to show off their skills in faux finishing, making less cost woods look like more expensive woods. So what I do is I start off with a clear stain base, and then I add a lamp black industrial colorant to the stain base. And then I brush out a sample, wipe it clean, let it dry, and apply 2 coats of lacquer, and then provide that sample to the customer for approval.
So every piece, the bench, the tabletop, the server, the other bench, all that is going to be this color at the end of the project.
Yes.
Oh, what's this? What's this?
This is the stain that I mixed up.
Oh my God, it stinks, Brian.
Well, of course it smells. There's solvents in there. All the colors here that we make in the shop, we mix our own colors here. The bench, I got to give it a quick sand so that it is ready for stain. So I can.
So I'm looking at the corner of the table, which is I think this is a newer table.
Yes, this is a new table.
This is a new table, and I'm seeing that it's not exact, like there are waves in it. Is that warped or did it come that way?
Well, they make it wavy to simulate the resalvaged wood.
Does that not cause an issue for like plates and stuff, like cups?
It could be, but I mean, if this is a particular look that you're going for, then that's part of the look.
That seems like a pretty interesting detail. Like I didn't think that they would, think to do that, the manufacturers of the table.
Yeah, it's the same with some of the natural stone tables too. They're not perfectly flat.
Yeah, I guess when you put it that way. The table has some marks on it or some lines. What exactly is that from?
This is to simulate the large saw blades at a sawmill when they come out after they've been milled at the forest.
So you're saying it's purely aesthetic?
That's right.
Does that pose any difficulties when refinishing a table with these kind of embellishments?
This is where we will generally use sawdust and a scrub brush, and that helps clean out all the grooves.
So are you going to maintain the grooves with your new finish, or is it? Oh, really?
Yeah, we're not sanding this out. We want to maintain the original appearance of the piece. So when we're sanding it, we're only sanding to open up the grain of the wood. We're not sanding to change the shape or anything like that.
It's just because you're a perfectionist.
It's what our customer expects, and we want to deliver.
There's no going back after the stain hits the wood. Hey, that's gonna really darken it.
Yes.
And before we begin, what type of wood are we working with today?
This wood is from India. It appears to be mahogany. I've heard the name Mongo wood before, so it may have another name that I'm not familiar with, but I've always known it as mahogany.
Hardwood, softwood?
Hardwood. Very hard. But when it comes to staining, hardwood is a far denser wood. A softwood is more porous. So you need a strong industrial stain to really soak into this wood.
Okay, well, here we go.
I'm moving really slowly so I don't splash on you. So
I can step back.
yeah. You want to keep the stain wet too. You don't want to let it to dry. So you will probably do a little section at a time.
How many coats are we doing? Because it looks like you just kind of accomplished it in one coat.
Yeah, we're only going to use one coat of stain. Okay. And then we'll put 3 coats of clear finish on top. We want the clear finish to be the stuff that wears away, not the color. I'd rather put the color into the wood just in case it gets scratched or it's, in use, you're going to scratch it. So if the color's all in the finish, you're going to scratch off the color. Although if we ever wanted to go back to an actual natural color, it'll take a fair bit of work getting this color back off, where you would probably lose a lot of the definition in the antique or the resawn look, the grooves that they put into it.
How long does stain take to dry, generally?
This kind of stain, you could probably start putting clear finish over top of this in about an hour. The store-bought ones, they're a little bit slower drying, and they have ingredients in there that allow you to have more working time. This stain doesn't have that same kind of working time. It's meant to be used and wiped quickly. So it's made for furniture production times, which you have to be very fast. And because it's got fast drying ingredients in it, it allows us to put the finish on sooner.
Have we stained the whole bench now?
Yep.
Okay, so the bench is stained.
Yep.
What's the next step in the process?
Well, wait an hour, and then once it's dried, then I would lacquer it.
Say I was doing this stain project at home and I just kind of forgot how much time had passed. How could I tell if the stain was dry, and how could I tell if it was ready to be cleared?
The odor. Once the solvent is gone, you'll no longer have a solvent smell.
You're gonna smell this piece of wood.
Yeah, you could just take a whiff of it. You'd smell it already. I mean, there is this.
Brian, you're messing with me. There's no way you smell it as like your primary way to determine.
No, but you can tell if something's still wet, or you can tell by the way that the solvent's evaporating from it. If there's no smell left, then you're safe to apply a finish on it. The clear we buy already pre-mixed, pre-catalyzed. So it has a shelf life of 6 months. We don't normally have it that long, but so it's mixed up for us, ready to spray right out of the can.
The table has been clear coated and it's drying. How long does that take to dry?
You'll watch it. Could take 30 minutes, depending upon ventilation. If you don't have enough adequate ventilation, it'll take longer.
So 30 minutes-ish times 3 coats, about an hour and a half?
That's right.
Once the bench was sprayed, Brian and the team kept working until the entire set was fully stained and repainted. The final result honestly has to be seen in person. These photos do not do it justice. In the before and after shots, you can see how dramatic the transformation is. We took this set from a light, natural wood grain with a clear finish to a rich charcoal tone while preserving every bit of detail in the wood. For the customer, this isn't just a fresh look, they now have a one-of-a-kind color you can't buy off the shelf, and, more importantly, a set that fits perfectly within the space they imagined. Thanks for watching Revive. You'll find links to all the products we used in today's video down in the description below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. You can also visit us at revivefs.ca to learn more about our professional furniture repair services. And if you're ready for more, there are videos on screen right now that we think you'll enjoy.